Hello folks, this is a new up-and-coming indie game called Esoteric Ebb. It is developed by, I believe, a single developer over the course of several years. I believe, it's Christopher Bodegard. Apologies for mispronunciation, but I've had it recommended heavily. I've also seen other people recommend it generally, not just to me specifically. It has been on my radar for a bit because it is a very close... it is very similar to Disco Elysium, is what I've heard. And that is incredibly enticing to me. Right, so let us press any button and get in here, and we're going to adjust some audio. You can play this game, the demo, as part of the Steam Next Fest, which is going on currently, and I believe the game itself is coming out on March 3rd of this year. Anyway, I'm pressing a button. And there you go, releasing March 3rd. Let us turn down the audio a bit, and I'll also increase the font size. Oh yeah, there's the dev name, right there. Let's increase the size, I guess, to 30. 30 is probably safe, easy to read on. Well, I don't know. I'll decrease it a little bit because it's a little too much. Yeah, 25. Maybe that's fine. Okay, and let's turn down the volume a tad, or a bunch. Now also, what I've heard is that if you decide to play the game beyond this demo, your save file carries over. Neat. Okay, let's do a new one. Hopefully I didn't make the volume too low. You know what? I think I actually did make it too low. There we are. Good. But yeah, I figured today, busy, had to do some heavy-duty household chores, so I thought, hey, we'll do just a let's try. Been meaning to try this. Let's see, lore. Every shepherd knows this song. It bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. Torna's lament, folk prayer. Yeah, this is, it's fantasy. This has a fantasy setting. You play as a cleric, I believe. Strength measures your natural bodily prowess alongside a testosterone-fueled mindset. As a man, it is only proper for you to hone your figure and its capabilities, but why? The search for meaning is as vital as the struggle towards competency. Luckily, you already know your cause: to protect the innocent, to lead the weak, to sacrifice until nothing but your bones hit the pavement, to literally die. Become a zealot, regain your honor, set out on your divine mission. The cleric's unique take on strengths. Uses. Higher strength allows you to equip extra items. Be violent and or manly, useful in encounters. Real religious fervor and aesthetic nationalism. Increased manhood. Cool picture. Mechanical benefits of strength. Roll. A high-strength cleric. Votes for the party of Norvik. Prays to his dead god, uses brute force on puzzles, punches big bad evil guys in the face, wants to become a real human hero. And a real human being. Loves quests, simple as. A low-strength cleric is a weak sniveling rat. Bows down to anyone stronger, can't handle the banter, gives up when the going gets tough, is afraid of women, doesn't care about quests. How strength impacts the cleric. Okay. Proficiencies as well. Background focus, punching bag. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, I see. We're choosing our proficiencies right now. Oh no, I can socket this in and I can change my ability score here. Okay. Lore for dexterity. It is imperative to simply explain to these people they have the right to choose. Belief in oneself is just. Wealth is built from within. Meriadoc Moonwatch, sights beyond reeds. Dexterity measures natural reactivity, balance, and poise. The haste with which you express a witty remark or notice a nervous glance. And of course, your ability to gracefully avoid the consequences of your actions. It's all about risk versus reward. It is that feeling of self-preservation when everything falls apart around you, to grab as much as you can while the grabbing's good. The progress towards a new future full of freedom, so those who look out for themselves can prosper and survive. I promise you, no one else will. The cleric's unique take on dexterity. Self-preservation, freedom. Those who look out for themselves can prosper and survive. I see what we're getting at. Uses. With enough dexterity, you can steal anything. That sounds cool. Pick locks, and sneak and dodge traps, and roll initiative and react quickly, as a dashing rogue. Become rich as a Republican revolutionary. Cool. Just run away, dummy. Roll. A high dex cleric. Votes for the revolutionary freestriders. Collects piles of shiny coins. Acts first in every encounter. Avoids trouble before it brews. Always has a witty reply. Looks out for himself. Takes big risks and wins every time. A low dex cleric takes big risks and fails every time. Doesn't notice anything in time. Stumbles over his own feet. Drops a ball, figuratively and literally. Is slow, mentally and physically. Is dirt poor. Very embarrassing. Okay, and let's check Constitution. Always listen to your hungry stomach. The Hedonists, a blind manifesto. Constitution measures your natural stamina, both mental and physical. It's how much you can take before going down. The world is harsh and unforgiving. It will beat you to a pulp with words and sticks. So listen to your gut, the instinct that kicks in when you're standing at the pit. It is the voice that speaks nothing but bodily truth. Every choice you make, every emotion you accumulate, can be traced back to the lower half of that stomach of yours. Follow it. Retain the mortality of fleshy logic. Simple, easy, truthful. Uses. Con is needed for HP. Control your body and its esoteric connection? What? Your political party polled 2% last week and you don't care. Whoa. Pain is good for you. A high constitution cleric keeps forgetting there's an election. Focuses on the good things in life. Is tougher than entropy. Keeps his neuroticism in check. Talks with the spirits in the walls. Listens to his gut. Is already dead. A low constitution cleric will die. Panics over everything. Listens to his gut and is wrong. Has no control of his bodily functions. Can't handle the pain. Has no special connection with walls. Has no special connection with walls. Just like funny, like your brick wall if you have high con. Okay. Intelligence. A glorious design. Let those who lead. Let those who learn lead. Through merit of ability and nothing else. Lord Phileas Prax, Autobiography Prax. Intelligence measures your ability to recall, store, and process information. It is your logical receptacle and calculator. It is... Am I blocking part of this? I am blocking part of this. That said, here I can move myself down here temporarily. I believe we're going to have the right side of the screen filled with text, disco style. Anyway. Let's see. It is your logical receptacle and calculator. It is only proper for you to hone this pulsating mass within your skull. But why? Simple, pure, unadulterated ego. Knowledge rules the world. So too shall you one day lead the weak. Bring your genius to the masses. If they do not bow, they do not deserve you. You know everything about the past. Therefore, it is only rational. You will truly know the future as well. Enlighten the ignorant masses. Uses. Higher int lets you prepare more spells. Think, plan, and execute an actual plan. Complete the magocratic return with a V. Vote for yourself. Be a genius without peers. Roll. A high-int cleric votes for the best wizard, you. Despises and envies the gods. Solves every mystery with ease. Masters arcane magic, spouts historical facts for hours, is dismissive towards those lesser, knows everything. A low-end cleric knows nothing, is both ignorant and confident, oh no, makes up tidbits to seem smart, is barely sentient, cannot intentionally solve mysteries, is an idiot, duh. Wisdom. The large crumble upon their heavy forms. The mystical falter at the crucial point. The small rise to the occasion. Half-Weed's poem. Wisdom measures your awareness, intuition, and ability to understand the world around you. To feel it. You may not know why, but meeting the gaze of another grants you an empathic bond with her. Her wants and fears, her dreams and hopes. You can read people for good or bad and pick up details others would pass by. It is your belief in the heart of all folk to give and share what you have and be completely and utterly selfless. It is the only true road to redemption. Gods only know how hard you try. Uses. Higher wisdom lets you empower your spells. Be kind and see the good in all folk. Egalitarian hope of the Asgalian working class. There are no big bad evil guys. A high wisdom cleric. Votes for the Asgalian Workers' Party. Hates nothing except hierarchies. Embraces his feminine side. Follows his bleeding heart. Masters primal magic. Reads body language like a champ. Notices all details. A low wisdom cleric. Is an oblivious fool, misreads cues all the time, does not think about the lower class, does not get people, fails at spotting traps, is not aware of where he is. Like, what's going on here? I'm so confused. There's something... I like wisdom so far. Lore. Those who believe in charisma. sorry, charisma lore. Those who believe in democracy have a wonderful view of folk. To think them capable of making rational and informed decisions devoid of personal bias and emotional conduct. It is, frankly, inspiring. Nicholas Darrow, Memoirs of a Statesman. Charisma. Measures your eloquence, confidence, and ability to navigate social situations of any kind. In short, it is the force of your unkempt personality. But they don't need to know that. Smooth talk your way into any position of your liking. You can be affiliated with any known faction or thought. Reality is molded around your will. Like a chameleon, become a social operator. Become anything you need to make everyone finally love you. Uses. With high charisma, you get an automatic discount in select stores near you. Win every conversation, say the right thing. Say whatever gets people to like you and become an apolitical force of nature. Be arguably sociopathic. Roll. A high charisma cleric votes for whatever makes him popular, was socialized as a child, knows what to say to win favors, can actually flirt with some baddies, loves to mind control people, sees truth as a suggestion, has no soul. A low charisma cleric isn't very likable, doesn't know how to act with people, fumbles the baddies, fears conversations, is like the opposite of a skilled orator, has no style. Okay. And we also have these background focuses. Punching bag. Cronus the First, 6 PE. Punching bag. You're a farmer's son who grew up in the city. Of course you'd be an outcast. It took time, but eventually you figured out how to cope with it. Troll killer. You don't remember it, but you know well how your father died. Sometimes it motivated you. Sometimes it felt impossible to live up to. Oh, is this one? I wonder how father-centric this is going to get. News in Norvik. Pest Control Guild mimic mishap. Apartment complex in shambles. Didn't look like normal furniture. Oh, I see. We're doing one of these. Potions. Kiosk kid. Your mom wasn't around a lot, so to keep you out of trouble, she forced you to get a post-school job. You still despise the smell of newspapers. Lore enthusiast. Spending time alone in the city, you often ended at the Darrowian Library. The strange history of Jor's realm was a constant companion to you. Crowd pleaser. Inevitably, you ended up with the wrong crowd. You quickly picked up on the slang and radical terminology, doing anything to get real friends. Little weirdo. You were a novelty to them. The boy who would do or say anything for their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you got quite good at it. A Zagalus activist. The Asgal chant, or Asgalist. Local rally stopped by fascist landlord. The manifesto. What we learn from the hedonists. Local rally stopped by fascist landlord. Your friends soon introduced you to the rebellious belly of Norvik. As a teenager, you spent years spreading chaos, and worse, dwarf propaganda. Earthguard recruit. After your arrest, there wasn't much arguing about it. 3 grueling years in training, drilled on the city code and virtues, but you survived. 1 friend. You really ever only prayed for that one thing during those lonely years, but the gods did not answer. So you learned to manage, as always. 2 dex, 2 wisdom. Acolyte. Your knack for scribing got you a promotion to clerical duties. Picked out of the ranks, you quickly showed deep devotion to your divine city. Tower apprentice. Joining the towers is an honor bestowed upon few. It is also a terrible challenge, even for you. Who'd have thought lectures were so draining? Man, there's a lot of these. Arcane prodigy. For the first time in your life, you were a natural. You've always known a few cantrips, but real magic was something else. It was power. Palace pawn. As a rising talent, you often found yourself midst the politicking of superiors, despite your best efforts. It never ended well for you. Faithful harbinger? There's something wrong. Praying to a dead god whose whispers linger in the air, slowly fading. You are isolated among your peers. What? Esoteric expert. You spent most nights seeking esoterical insight. A lonely life. Your findings were unwanted by those in charge, yet you did not stop. Never. Revolutionary scribe. Disillusionment. A city with ideals not upheld. One day, you chose a side. The emerging democracy. You wrote day and night for change and glory. Abject apostate. No one likes you. When you were demoted for dereliction, no one spoke up against it. But it's fine. You'll be fine. After all, you're used to it. Dead cleric. Growing up alone, getting into trouble, training with the Earthguard, devoting your life and becoming a cleric, was it always supposed to end in the river? Punching bag. Fuck. Okay. What are all these up here too? How should we go? Should we go true to our heart, or should we go with something kind of fun and kooky? Right? Because I think no matter which way you cut it, it's ultimately going to end up kind of fun and kooky. No? I feel like I want to go with wisdom. You know, get some wisdom. Asgalian working class. How many points do I have? Oh, I see. We're draining them at the top. Okay, you cap out at 15. Or do you cap out even higher? Okay, we'll go with wisdom. And what else? I like Constitution. I always like Constitution in games. Maybe it harkens back to my time playing like a tank. But let's go with that. So can I get even higher? Yeah, with this I can get even higher. Huh. Should we just get ones that correlate to our stats, or should we get one that sounds cool? I feel like we should get one that sounds cool, because I feel like we're going to actually possibly get reactivity for what we pick here at certain points. Huh. I do kind of like abject apostate. The only issue is that some of these are already, like, politically charged, and I don't fully know the whole degree of political intrigue. Oh, there's also pre-builts here? Oh. Primal cleric. What is the nature of a man? What is the nature of a man? Damn, what can change the nature of a man, even? Trickster cleric. Don't keep your fingers to yourself. Scholar cleric. A loner, a thinker, a man of ideas. Beefy cleric. Yes, more apples, apple boy. Unstable cleric. They should bow before your ego. I do kind of like stealing stuff in fantasy, but I really don't want to become a rich Republican revolutionary. I don't want to do that. I'd rather not. That sounds really bad to me. Okay. Faithful Harbinger sounds kind of fucked up and cool. Right, I do kind of like that, but I think it would also be beneficial to just lean into this. Let's see, which ones give con and wisdom? Okay. You know, we just need to shit or get off the pot here at this point. Right? Okay, I'm going with abject apostate. And... I'll take proficiency in wisdom. But do I want wisdom even higher? Maybe I want wisdom even higher. No, fuck that. Okay, fuck that. We're going with the one that sounds cool. Oh god, but I could get wisdom up to 18 with dead cleric. The thinking that I'm already dead? Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay. Now, do I want wisdom and charisma, or... I feel like I want some constitution, but I don't know if I want to be proficient in it. Huh. You know what? I'll be proficient in it. I'll be proficient in it. Because there's like a touch of irony in being a dead cleric, but also having good constitution, I feel. Okay, and then... Do I want to try and get some baddies? I kind of want to have a few baddie times. I feel like maybe we want a little bit of that. We want a little bit of style and the baddies to hopefully acknowledge us on some level. Okay, and then... God, I'm so wise. It's absurd. Maybe I'll... Maybe I should be a little less wise. God, but I'm... Fuck, we're so wizened. It's ridiculous. Okay. What else do I have 5 points left? Okay. Am I fine being fucking dumb as shit? I think so. 6, 6, 15, 18. How do the pre-builts look? Yeah, they're fine keeping some really low as fuck, too. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna go for 8 here, and then... There we are, and I think we'll do a little bit in int. Yeah, let's dump the rest into int, maybe? Well, that doesn't really get me anything. My proficiency remains. Huh. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. 8, 6, 8. 8, 6, 15, 9, 18, 10. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Fuck it. Fuck it, otherwise I'm gonna be here forever. 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. The clumsiest cleric in the city. One with incredibly deep esoteric insight. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices. And remember to love everyone no matter what. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time. Chris. And only 6 decks? Don't try to steal anything, okay? But that I want to steal stuff and get caught, I think. Speak with Dead. 3rd level necromancy. Casting time 1 action. Holy shit. Components VSM burning incense. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of this spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. Corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it, or it recognizes you as an enemy. This spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events. Okay. It's a little globule. Do you think I need to click on it? Oh, I did need to click on it. Your truth and nothing else, a voice declares. What is your name? Intelligence DC 8 success. Rogan. Your name is Rogan? Rogan? Doesn't sound right. Rogan, stay silent. That doesn't sound right. Strength, DC 12 failure. No. No one calls you by your name. What? Wisdom. You're often referred to as cleric. So my name is... Yes, speak it. Cleric. Rogan. Stay silent. I'm cleric. If your name is what they call you, that is it. Intelligence. Could be worse. You answer. Another question from the darkness. What is your occupation? Rogan. As if it matters. You are dead. Look around. I don't want to be dead. What's an occupation in this context? Stay silent. I'll look around. Your senses reach out in the void, a glimmer dangling far away. Am I blocking stuff here? No, not yet. But I feel like I'm about to be, so I'm going to maneuver myself up here. There we go. A string of existence. I don't want to be dead. Few do. If you can embrace it, do so. So what's an occupation in this context? Work. getting paid for labor. Didn't you have a job? Something really important? Your class. Tell the voice about your class. Class. What class am I? I have a very important job to do. Stay silent. What class am I? Lower class. You are a city cleric. Nothing more. I'm definitely a cleric. I'm awful at everything. Stay silent. I'm definitely a cleric. Your true calling. You lean a little further into being a cleric. Gain 10 XP. 5 times 2 for choosing this class 2 times. It takes a while before the next question is posed. Oh, so they reward you for role-playing a specific, idea? What is your current goal? We need to find out who blew up the tea shop. And most importantly, for what nefarious purpose? The Goblin Chieftain. She needs you. A tea shop exploded? Oh, was I in the explosion? Why all these questions? To find the Goblin Chieftain, is that right? Stay silent. A tea shop exploded? Unfortunately, yes. That's not good. I like tea shops. Great. I hate tea shops. They should be banned. I don't have any strong opinions on tea shops. In fact, I never think of them at all. I guess I like tea shops. They are lovely, yes. You may ruminate further on tea shops at a later date. Thank you. There is a question to be answered. Your goal is... Why all these questions? No clue. But you should keep them talking. It's been silent here for far too long. To find the Goblin Chieftain. Is that right? You know it to be true. No reply. No feedback. Then the voice asks, what is your political affiliation? The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. If you care for your fellow, vote for the Asgalists. The Freestriders, maybe. Then again, you're no revolutionary. Things just move way too fast these days. Elections are ridiculous. It hides in the back of your skull a fact that you are bound to be a nationalist. And it frightens you, the pressure. The nationalists, the Asgalists, the Freestriders. Actually, I'm apolitical. I don't know any of these words. Stay silent. I'm appalled at how often you can just stay silent, too. I don't know any of these words. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. Just say whatever you think will be the most useful to you. Which is... just say you're apolitical. I'm with the Asgalists. Life? Oh, election week. Life is a struggle to alleviate oppression. The exiles know this well. You've supported them in the past. Time to do so again. The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. How did you die? Drowning. In the river. Same way you lived. Unable to step out of the uniform. Not for 1 second. I fell into divinity. She took me whole. I died when he died. I died when he died. Stay silent until the darkness ends. I like that the he is bolded. I'm going with that. I died when he died. My body, maybe? Or someone else. Why am I familiar with Raw Fury? Sound design by Isaac Johnson. Here we go. Music by Anders Bach, Brian Batts, Christian Paulson. Well, so far I am incredibly compelled by this. Okay, so it was a lot more than a one developer team, right? Time keeps on slipping, slipping into the light hole. So what is this? We're like being resurrected? We're getting revivified? All the colors there corresponded to our ability scores. The fuck was that? A lobster? Okay. I guess I need to click to get up. Day 1, March 22nd, 27 PE. A fresh start. Get up. Wisdom. Your heartbeat is loud, screaming. Your body aches. It's stiff, as if you've slept for days. Ready for the quest to continue. Look around you. Check your stuff. Wait, what's this about a quest? Move on. Look around you. A circular stone chamber. A storage for apples and corpses. A house of the dead. Your home. Those piles of apples. Is this Tolstad? Oh, can I click on it? Oh. Oh, it gives me a little something something from Int. Tolstad, a sprawling island fortress and one of 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of River Torna, home of Jor's Pillar, a sprawling tunnel network, and Water Lane, the greatest trade hub in Ascani. You are on Tolstad right now. What's Water Lane? Oh, Charisma speaks up about this. Water Lane, the largest trade port in Norvik, located in a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad. It is a so-called marvel of dwarven engineering, and it's the reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges, considered as one of the great crafted wonders of the world. I'll check my stuff. What stuff? Your hands dart around your pouch and uniform. You take a deep breath. Be calm. No spellbook, no mace. Face it. You've been robbed. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Damn, I failed the con check? I got pretty high con. DC 18. Deep res. Your belongings are surely here somewhere. Wait, what was this about? A quest? Oh, my HP went up. This is very disco. Oh yes, a quest. Earth be blessed. Earth? You're God. Do I remember everything? Yes, everything is off, but your memory is intact. Your quest was given yesterday. Remember the tea shop? The tea shop? Yep, the tea shop that blew up. It'll be a tough one. Might take days. A chance for redemption. Redemption? Wait, what did I do? Just a job. So I've done this before. A quest. I like those. Wait, how much time do I have? So to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop. Move on. Redemption. Wait, what did I do? Insubordination. Inconstancy. Light apostasy. 5 XP. The words live inside your bone marrow. Wait, so how much time do I have? Until the election. Duh. Which is in 5 days. Time only advances when you make new choices and dialogues. Of course it does. So just a job. I've done this before. You haven't really. Your previous experience lies more in some basic Earthguard militia service, as well as a few years at the towers. Hang on, where are the towers? The towers, the home base of the Order of Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as the OACN. Cleric? A servant of a god, deeply devoted and spiritually connected, typically a divine spellcaster given power through their deity. Divine? One of the three pillars of magic, it is represented by the sacred, the faith of all folk, their souls, and is granted by gods who once walked among us. Okay, anyway, Intelligence was saying, rogue sorcery was not your main subject, but yes, you've read a lot about these types of fiery events. They're not too common these days. However, this incident does not appear overly complex. Okay, so a quest. I like those. Got XP. Good attitude. There's always more around the corner, so look out. Don't want to miss any. So to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop, move on. More or less. But you've got like 5 days to do it, so no stress. There's that feeling again. The feeling you're about to enter a path from which there is no way back. No way back? That doesn't sound too good. Can I think about this first? Yes, let's finish this job. No way back? That doesn't sound too good. Good or bad, you won't know until you've reached the end. It's very ominous. Can't I just not go on the... Fate will guide me to a... It's very ominous. Oh, I lost 2 HP. You feel dizzy. The weight of the Earthguard uniform. A dull pain takes hold. You require healing. You must consume an apple now. Your mind forms a trail from one cross to another. You know not why you stand among these apples, but you know everything else that has gone wrong in your life. You must dig yourself out of this trench with kindness and an ever-brightening love for folk. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. They will suggest, inform, and offer unique paths. Trust them at your own risk. Everything else? I'm so very confused. Rub your temples. Okay, thank you, voices in my head. Everything else? It is a lot. Do not let that break your spirit. 5 XP. A world of redemption lies at the end. All you have to do is retain exactly that which makes you truly and unimaginably good. Rub your temples. As you do, your fingers touch upon cold steel. It is covering your entire head. Colloquially known as a helmet. Can I take it off? No. Strength DC 20 failure. I wouldn't do that. Like ripping off your own face. Am I really undead? Not a good idea. Not yet. Damn, they're all DC 20s. Failing them all. I'm definitely like a skeleton guy or something. Charisma, DC 6 success. Can't wait until you do. Okay, thank you. It's like the blue ledger, huh? Auto-saving. I have an inventory. Questing tree. Oh, a tree for quests. Cleric. Okay. Asgalist. So I can be a cleric who's actually like a mage or something, or a wizard, I guess. Sure. Class conflict. You've declared yourself the cleric of Norvik 2 times. That's a grand title, suitable for a true human cleric like yourself. What the fuck? I'm so not a true human cleric, am I? Oh, this is like our thought cabinet, huh? The tea shop that blew up. Your purpose on Tolstad is to investigate and explode tea shop. Locate this. No, this is quest logs. Election week. First ever election in Norvikian history will take place in just a few days' time. What will you vote for? You've talked about positive opinions on Asgalism about one single time ever since waking up in the Lich House, which really brings you back. Dude, I'm fucking loving this. Level 1 cleric. I got some HP. Hit dice. Spend 1 to short rest for 10 minutes. Allows you to restore 1d8 HP. Regain a random spell slot and unlock all failed ability checks. Oh. You regain your hit dice on a long rest. Your max amount of hit dice is equal to your level. Ah. Which is why it says dice instead of die. Make it easier for scaling. Proficiency. This amount is added to your ability score modifier if you are proficient in that ability score. It becomes +3 at level 5. Experience. Empty feat slot. Ooh, I get feats, but they're unlocked by completing quest branches. Oh. Feats are my thought cabinet. I see. How about my hat? Helm. Practically your face. Do not take it off. No, I will not. Okay. Journal? Oh my gosh, the fucking art. I love some art. Spellbook? Do I have spells? Cure wounds. Evocation, duration instantaneous. A creature you touch regains a number of HP equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom ability modifier. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Will there be constructs? Why wouldn't there be? Oh, look. Oh, I go into super visibility mode, I see. Okay, who's dead here? Trifle, behold. Engage. I will behold. It's a corpse under a blanket. I will engage. Cold corpse. You stare at a blue rag. It's draped over the outline of someone. Sir, you can't sleep down here. Ha! I see. It must be normal to take naps down here. Check under the rag. Let him sleep. He must have had a rough day. This person is probably dead. I will check under the rag. 5 XP. Underneath you find the cold corpse of a human. Human? Human. Tall and beautiful, like yourself. Known as the pest of the coast by those who are less inclined to reproduce like rabbits. Wisdom. Thinning blonde hair, unkempt facial hair. His sons miss him and despise him. Dude, Constitution is kind of cool. The DC difficulty class of a dice choice is determined by how challenging that roll will be for you. If you select a dice choice, then roll a 20-sided die. You then roll a 20-sided die. If you get the same or higher as the DC, then you succeed on that roll. I'm good with corpses, right? Intelligence, DC 10. Examine him closer. What's my intelligence? I don't know, but I have a -1. Okay. I'm good with corpses, right? What do you mean? Like, I've been trained to handle them, right? You know exactly what you're doing. Formal training is for people without true talent. Oh, right. I mostly deal with paperwork. A hero is not afraid of getting his hands bloody. Got it. I'm a master of corpse craft. I'm a master of corpse craft. Indeed. Oh. -2 DC. Required. You believe in your non-existent abilities. Hell yeah. Confidence. I examine closer. 15. Oh, 14 because I got the -1. There's something strange here. There is no regular gentle repose. Look close, but do not move the corpse. Lean in and look closer. Harsh scars cover the skin. Signs of being either a hard worker or a careless worker litter his skin. Cause of death appears to be not directly visible. No blunt trauma either. Considering his age and the shape of his body, this man most likely died of a common disease or internal failure. That's pretty broad. and vague. Unless you're willing to start cutting, that's all you'll get. Except, what? There's also a marking on the right leg. A circle with a cross inside it. 300 pieces added. Pieces of what? Money? You recall, that is the marking of PR, potential revivification. Oh, right, this guy can be revived. Seems so. He most likely died during care and was granted immediate gentle repose. However, he clearly did not have an RF, a revive fund, nor did he have family members with enough ready cash. Dude, we talked about shit like this during our Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 playthrough, about the idea of, like, scrolls costing so much money, or, like, the services of reviving people. It's fucking wild. So I did have a revive fund. Or someone did it for me. Continue. Or perhaps he was just an unlikable fellow. Who knows? Fair enough. You cover the corpse once more. So I could cast Revivify on this guy. It's okay to loot him, right? Who was this guy? Why is he here? I should stop bothering the corpse now. Leave. So I could cast Revivify on this guy. Potentially, yes. Although the question is more akin to, why should you? A 3rd level spell is a valuable resource. Why waste it on some blue-collar corpse? That's terrible. If you can, always save a life or bring it back. That is always the right choice. Of course it isn't. Ignoring the fact that you cannot simply spend your power on any old fool. There are also a million outcomes to resurrection that could lead to a negative outcome in the world. Resurrection. The act of returning a dead person back to life. There are many spells that do this, from a weak Revivify to the legendary True Resurrection. Revivify? A 3rd level necromancy spell. If used within 60 seconds of death, and the body isn't too ruined, the target is brought back to life. Despite your good intentions. Good intentions build a better world. Perhaps in your foolish alignment system, but not in reality. Well, it's okay to loot him, right? Yeah. As long as he doesn't wake up or anything. If you can suffer the loss of moral integrity. Not like the guy will complain, but don't go around talking about it too loud, okay? So, who was this guy? His hands are calloused. He's built like a sarcophagus. Just a man. A dead man. Why is he here? This is a morgue. A lich house, clearly. Corpses are kept on cooling in places like this, before cremation or burials. Okay, I should stop bothering the corpse now. Alright, I'll trifle. Well, how much moral decay do I get? Fuck it, let's find out. An apple and some crowns. Yoink. Money. I will eat the apple. An apple grown on Tolstad. The colors ripple across the surface. Consuming it will save your soul. Will save my soul. Earth crowns. The official currency minted in Norvik's Riksbank. These silver coins are most valuable along River Torna, as the Norvikian River's Reach offers its support in trade and general commerce. Very good. Let's check this pot. I will behold it. A vase of leaves. Smells lovely. What's in here? Incense. No wonder it smells good. Incense, easily burned spices and herbs, can be used to recover 1st level spell slots. Oh my god, really? Okay. What's this? This isn't yours, is it? Is it? I will trifle with it. It's a tattered cloak, +1 dex but -1 charisma. The cloak is sprawled upon the iron slab. As you grab it, you immediately feel the dampness spreading into your gloves. It is light blue and tattered. And it was, once, yours. Please don't. This thing is disgusting. Weigh it in your hands. Wring out the water. Should I wear this? Move on. I'll wring out the water. The filthy liquid falls to the floor of the stony chamber. It smells of salt water. It is still quite wet. Weigh it in your hands. It is heavy. Should I wear this? No? I'll think about it. I mean, I am a rogue, so yeah, let's wear it. But I'm not a rogue? I'm not a rogue? Sorry, the word I am not a rogue is not in your vocabulary, actually. Please rephrase. That's not one word, though. Oh, well, then I guess I am a rogue? You don't tell me what to do. That's not one word, though. So pedantic. You reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. The cloak easily slips inside into the extra-dimensional space with a satisfying slurp. I really love my pouch of holding. Gods, I can fit so many items in this thing. I'm gonna say that. Yes, you are very lucky. These are like 1,000,000 crowns on the market. Crowns. The Norvikian crown, the main coinage in Norvik. This kind of magic item can go upwards of 10,000 crowns. It's not yours, though. It's the city's. You can't just use it for anything. Equipping items temporarily alters your ability scores. Right. Leave. Oh, I'll wear it. It is mine. Where do I wear it at? Here? Oh. I'd say that's an accessory. Okay. Oh, there's lore on it too. How disco. The ends are torn. It's a stretch to even call it a cloak. Please don't put it on. I put it on. Behold the apple. An apple. Looks better than the ones in the pile. There's like a hand or something. Oh no, it's a scroll sticking out of the pile. I shall trifle uponst the apple. Garden apple. Hold up. Okay, they're all garden apples. Okay. What's this shit? Looks like a fun duck with one big brain eye. A divine sphere covered in apples. Oh. I'll engage with it? The runes fill your senses as you approach. Shrine of Earth. The color is faded. This monument is hollow, void of all life and divinity. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. A sacred shrine left in this state. It's an insult to Earth and all of his people. These old things are still around, huh? Are these rare? Can I pray here? Neil, move on. Are these rare? No, you will find shrines like this all over Norvik. So, these old things are still around, huh? Oh, I just say that. Well, can I pray here? To what, exactly? To Earth, of course. There are many gods, listening to our prayers always. Just remember that they might not respond so clearly. So I can pray to some random god? Earth. I need to pray to Earth. So it's a waste of time? I'll think about it. So I can pray to some random god? You may pray as you wish. There's an internal element to it that is underappreciated. Okay, well, this is kind of an insult to Earth and all of his people. Indeed. Maybe Earth sucks shit, though. Yet you are very much aware that this is not the worst you'll see. You'll have to fight hard to keep Earth's dream afloat. This city is lost, but it is not yet lost. This is giving me a headache. Remove the apples. Leave them be. I will leave them be. Might as well leave the whole thing to rot. Embarrassing. Neil, move on. The shrine towers over you. You feel small. To cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has a reason to do so, either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expends one spell slot of the corresponding level. In or out of dialogue. Okay. Remove the apples, pray. What other gods are there? Prepare spells. Wait, I can't heal here? Through divine assurance or something? Or wait, can't I heal here? I'm done here. Okay. What other gods are there? Many. You know of a few. Earth, father of Norvik? Earth is dead. Dead gods do not speak. 5 XP. You've devoted your life to follow in his footsteps. To die. Asgal Ashmask. Asgal Ashmask was a dwarven god of exiles and egalitarianism. Well, that sounds good. Egalitarianism, I enjoy that. A dwarf of a low caste, born deep in the Lechem Miraz tunnels. When he attained divinity in 443 AE, he crushed the kingdoms and formed the Asgal Folkhelm Forge. On his death in 470 AE, a great civil war broke out, resulting in the exiling of all his followers to the surface. But his influence was felt all around the Undercoast and above, as his exiled dwarves spread Asgalism to all corners of Jor. Undercoast? A nickname for the Undersea Coast? Undersea Coast. The gravity-reversed caverns, sea, and archipelago, right underneath the coast. Dig down far enough and you'll end up passing through the gravity flip. Then you can make the climb to the Undercoast. His followers do not pray to him, for he is not even seen as a god by most. Oh, about Earth. Okay. How about Tokig the Gambler? A trickster. The type of god only famous for his ridiculous ploys. Tokig the Gambler is often seen as a silly goblin myth. A trickster goblin who united the tribes of Ascani during the Divine Era. Was famous for cutting off his right hand to fulfill a prophecy. Ascani? One of 8 bands along the coast. It is a cold, mountainous realm. It is your home, also referred to as Ascani interchangeably. Bands? An esoteric divide splits the circular coast of Jor into 8 geographic areas, commonly known as bands. Each band has unique esoteric and natural traits, and stretches from the coast to the infinite wastes. Esoteric? The magic of Jor and his strings. The coast is infused with it. Jor? The name of our realm. Also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing, and at the end of the Gate Era. What? Wizard? A book-learned arcane spellcaster typically plays Jor's strings by memorizing and executing esoteric rituals and chants. Arcane? One of the 3 pillars of magic, it is represented by the forces that make up all esoteric events. Those who play Jor's strings tap into these powers, programming the laws of existence around their whims. Okay. The strings? The ley lines of esoteric power that holds the realm together. Anyway, in truth, there are a few goblins who still worship him after the conquest. More on goblins? Short and green. Got claws and fangs, little monsters. They got 3 tribes in Norvik and are considered somewhat civilized. Anyway, praying to Tokig would, if you for some reason would get a response, only result in the exact opposite of whatever you wanted. How about Bulba, the last titan? First of many. A beast of Jor. What's a beast of Jor? Term for those creatures invited by Jor during the Gate Era. Essentially a term for all the extremely old and ancient creatures across the coast. What the fuck? Gate Era. The first out of 5 eras. When Jor crafted his realm, the gods fought to bring order. That was the Gate War. Gate War? The legendary conflict between the Beast of Jor, the original gods, and the many others who tried to take over Jor towards the end of the Gate Era. We have little information about this conflict, but it is known it led to the closing of the gates and began the Fade Era. I can talk about the Beast of Jor again? Okay. Oh. Wait, I have another... I asked about... Oh, Beast of Jor and Beasts of Jor. Gotcha. A term for the sentient folk who aligned with Jor during the Gate era, also known as the Anticipalian folk. Most are gone today. Anticipalian, old Dimenorian term, meaning before the closing of the gates, used to refer to those who lived before the end of the Gate era, exactly 2027 years ago. Dimenorian term? The common language of man, spread across the coast during the Arcane era to become the lingua dominans in trade and politics. Arcane era? The fourth out of 5 eras, when the Arcanists rose and dominated the entire coasts, only to fall when the Coast War crumbled their empires to dust. Coast War? A great war. A conflict between the Arcanists of Reeds as well as every other nation connected with them across the coast. A horrible waste of human lives, which claimed millions of lives. There was no honor in this fighting. That, you know. Coast War again? A near century-spanning conflict between every great nation of the Arcane era. Scholars estimate it claimed more than half of the entire human population. It is said to have begun in 398 AE by the inciting spark of the assassination of Princess Ilona, and it generally agreed to have concluding with the fall of Thazin in 481 AE, 57 years ago. Bulba. That was of the hunt. Bulba? The last of the Titans fought against dragons in Vorgeni, died in a Heishi swamp. His corpse spawned many monstrosities across the coast. Oh my god. Behemoths who raged across the coast. In his name we celebrate the eternal hunt. Okay, I'm done. So you are. Okay. I will prepare spells. Can I prepare some? No, I don't really have any. Preparing spells. To the right, you may view a list of all your available spells. In order to cast spells, you need to first prepare them by approaching shrines, which are scattered around the city. For each spell you wish to prepare, fill in its empty slot to the right. You may only prepare a spell if you have a spell slot of the corresponding level available. Spell slots. To the bottom left, you may view your current spell slots. Each circle represents one slot, which you may expend to cast a spell. You may only cast spells when there is a use for them. When a spell is castable during specific situations and dialogues, the spell tile button of that particular spell will be lit up. Spell tile buttons can be found next to your spell slots once you've finished preparing your spells. Okay, prepared spells. The amount of spells you currently have prepared. You can prepare them by visiting a shrine at any time. The amount you can prepare is 2 plus your class level plus your int modifier. Difficulty class. This is the DC a target has to achieve when rolling a save against one of your spells. The DC is 8 plus your wisdom or int modifier, whichever is highest, plus your proficiency bonus. Collected spells. The amount of spells in your spellbook. You can gain more by collecting and memorizing spell scrolls. I bet that's one there. Okay. Great. I guess I will get Cure Wounds there. That's all I have. Okay. Anything else I can do here? Yeah, I will pray. Staring at the chiseled monument, you focus your mind. You take a deep breath and begin your prayer. And tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop. Contemplate the election. Contemplate your class. Can I return here when I have more things to think about? Finish your prayer. I'll contemplate the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That is it. The election? The first election. Your vote won't matter. Your vote will be the most important of all. Ask those around you what they will vote for, and you might find your own voice along the way. Contemplate your class. Identity is not easy. It's everything, from faction to home life to street. What you choose might be a first step. Choose wisely. Can I return here when I have more things to think about? Always. You are the only one who is always there. No one ever answers your prayer. Finish your prayer. You do so. You are the only one who is always there. No one ever answers your prayer. Okay. Wait, can't I heal here through divine assurance or something? Not precisely. The gods do not usually grant divine intervention for minor injuries. Oh, wisdom. DC 16. Attempt a prayer of healing. I'll try it. I'm good at wisdom. Fuck! You focus your mind on Earth's symbol, his red eye. You recite a few words of remembrance before you sense the channeled strings around the shrine. They converge upon you. Mend you. Well, that's something. Sure is, but you sense there is something you've missed. What were those words? The ones you learned at the towers? Wait, can't I heal here? Not precisely. Oh. Now I can go back through this. Not precisely. The gods do not usually grant divine interventions for minor injuries. -6 DC. You failed already. Now do it for real. But I can't do it. I'll have to do a short rest or whatever. To re-roll all my... Or to refresh all of my attempts. Okay, I'm done here. Let's look at these apples. A pile of apples. Engage. You stare at a pile of apples. Apples are good for you. Whose apples are these? Should these be stored alongside corpses? Could I eat my way through this pile of apples? Nod to the pile, leave. Hey, could I eat my way through this pile of apples? You can certainly try. You have a feeling it might be worth your while, but only if you wish to push to the end. You're not capable of carrying such a tremendous burden. It would be greatly beneficial. Ability checks. Roll a d20 with your modifiers to get a unique outcome. The DC difficulty class is often impacted by your choices, big or small. Okay. Constitution. DC 12. Start eating. That's a lot of apple. Remove the bad apples first. That's a lot of apple. Yes. I'm going to start eating. I'm not even going to remove the bad apples first. There's no such thing as a bad apple. So say it's my wisdom score of whatever the fuck it is through the damn roof. I'm going to begin eating apples. Fuck yes. You look upon this challenge with determination. Your stomach is empty. Dig in. 1 HP. Digging in. The first apple goes down the hatch. Another one. Number 2 goes well. You chew it in peace. Now the third. Yep. That sure was an apple. Going smooth so far. Next one. That one was harder. Your stomach fights the taste. One more should be fine. This is the limit. As you chow down on the apple, you feel your jaw ache. Your hands shake. Apple overdose. Dangerous stuff. Am I eating the fucking core? Okay. No such thing. Come on. You feel refreshed. For a moment at least. God, do I poop? Do you poop in this game? The pile of apples towers over you still. You've barely made a dent. Yes. Eat the apple, apple boy. Feel sick. As you feel sick, you see something sticking out of the pile of apples. A piece of paper? No. It is a spell scroll. Gained item, dancing light. Ah, the scroll is just for a simple cantrip. Oh well. You quickly memorize the scroll, consuming it into your psyche, as you always do. Cantrips are spells that can be cast at will outside of dialogues. They do not consume any spell slots. You can access your cantrips in the bottom right. Very cool. Check out the cantrip. Okay. Dancing light. You create a torch-sized light within range, making it appear as a torch lantern, or glowing orb that hovers in the air for the duration, whichever form you choose. The light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. Oh, okay. I see. What's this? This is another scroll. Divine scripture, where it does not belong. Trifle with it. Shield of Faith. Memorized Shield of Faith. How many spells can I prepare? What does Shield of Faith do? A shimmering field appears and surrounds you, protecting you from damage. For the duration, any loss of HP is reduced by 1. Okay. Can I engage with this and socket it in? Prepare spells. Okay. Oh, I see. I have 2 that I can... Okay. Gotcha. Finish. Back with the apples. Can't trifle. I can engage again. Whose apples are these? Not yours. Maybe they're grown somewhere around here, or below. From the ground, or from trees. Should these be stored alongside corpses? No, it's a health hazard. Of course not, it's nasty. Something tells you that no, they should not. Nod to the pile, leave. A great mountain of apples, I say in red. Like a postcard here or something? A very important piece of paper. Voting card, -1 intelligence. Cool. Okay. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, there we go. A scuffed voting card made out to Ragnar Hemlin. It's from a dwarven office for some reason, and someone has checked in all 5 parties on the list. You need to bring this to a polling place on election day if your voice is to be heard. Examine. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper with a shaking hand. This is your future. 5 XP. The card is slightly torn and has clearly been drenched at some point. At the top it says Roskort in big bold lettering. It means voting card in fancy Ascani Dwarven. 5 days remaining. Oh right, there's an election. How does this thing work? Look at the list of parties. Good to know. Leave. Oh right, there's an election. It was nice to not think about it for once. We've never had one of those before. Neat. We should just get a God King again. Worked great last time. It's time for a damn revolution. We've never had one of those before. Neat. Very neat. Finally, your voice will be heard. Okay. Some interesting to juxtapose this right next to the prayer, the place of prayer, the shrine, where our voice was seemingly not heard. How does this thing work? After you pick it up at a district office, you only need to check the box of one of the 5 parties. Then you deliver it on election day to a polling place. Although in your case, you'd need to write the name of the party you want in the corner along with a signature, since you've filled out every box. Like an idiot. Protect this card with your life. This is your 1 vote. You should indeed take care of it. Look at the list of parties. Nationalist. Party of Norvik. Party of Norvik, the inheritors of Earth's will. A theocratic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by magistrates and 20-something noble families. Ah. Freestrider Revolutionary Party. The new way, people in the East have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has slowly creeped into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. Asgalist Workers' Party. The workers who built this city want to rule it. Seems only just. Their vision is of a fair and even society, where those who live underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we share? Agrarian Rural Party. I don't remember this one earlier. Those who live off the earth, simple farmers, people of the land, the common clay of Ascani fields. Their political movement has mostly been swallowed by the Asgalists. Interesting. Arcanist, party of magic. The Magicrats, who ruled pre-Coast War human civilizations in Old Dimenor. Also a very minor political party in Norvik. Old Dimenor? A term for Dimenor, often used to refer to the band before it was renamed Reeds during the end of the Coast War capitulation agreements. Some say it with sarcasm, some say it with pride, some say it with fear. And finally, the last box doesn't say anything. This is where you can input whatever you want or just leave it empty for a null vote. 5 XP. The box next to each party is filled with a smudged check mark, including the last empty one. Are these all the parties? I bet they're not. No. There are about a dozen other large parties in Norvik. Most have been subsumed over the last few years, such as the Civic League of Progressives, the Torch Union, Order of the Scales, Hedonist Party, and the various guild parties. The Agrarians and Arcanists are the only ones who have not joined a larger party or fallen aside. Good to know. Okay, well, I'm going to embrace this and equip it. Oh, I can't equip it there. Oh, I equip it there, I see. Decrease my int even further. This one looks good. It's an apple. The fuck are you? Behold, a guy. He looks indecisive. He looks like a damn zombinator. Which also lends credence to the idea that I too am a zombinator. This guy, he just won't move. This is an unmoving guy? I will engage with you. It is a zombie. You approach a shambling man by the apple pile. He doesn't acknowledge your presence. He is unaware of you. Greetings, citizen. Just stare at him. Greetings, citizen. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon his dried face. What is your name, sir? He does not even turn to look at you. Identify yourself, citizen. You trying something here, smartass? Why is this man not listening to me? Why is this man not listening to me? His glassy dark eyes just stare forward into nothing. Wait, is this a zombie? Sir, are you a member of the undead? What is he doing? I found your voting card over there. Is it yours? Or I found this voting card over there. Is it yours? Should I defeat this zombie? Attack the zombie. Go away. What's he doing? The zombie is attempting to clear a path through the apple pile. To what? He's probably been at it for a long time. Sir, are you a member of the undead? He does not respond. I found this voting card over there. Is it yours? The zombie does not even grunt in your direction. He just keeps working. Slowly. How is he working? Why is he working? Who compelled the zombie to work? You grip the voting card firmly in your gloved hand. It is indeed yours. Keep it safe. You're very rude. Did you know that? I'm thinking of voting for the Nationalists. They've got a good plan for the future of the city. The Free Strider Revolution will be good for the city, I think. Don't you? We need to establish an Asgalist government. It's the only way for us average peasants to not fall back into the oppression of feudalism, or worse, magocracy. I don't have a political opinion, so I guess I don't need this voting card. We need to establish an Asgalist government. A government with heart. You have become an Asgalist. Gain 10 XP 5 times 2 for choosing this political stance 2 times. The zombie just keeps moving apples. The social democratic model of dwarves is ingenious, just balanced enough to work with our human dwarven majority populace. A true working class revolution is clearly needed. Cooperative ownership of the guilds is the first step, just like the Earth established with Norvikian collectivized agriculture. As long as we don't collapse like the original Asgalian Undercoast state did, or the Vizca kingdoms did, or the 3 wings of Divini Torum, or the No, you don't get it. We're built different. We're gonna do it. We're gonna achieve it. We got it. We just need to start building it. Okay. The social democratic model of the dwarves is ingenious, just balanced enough to work with our human dwarven majority populace. I mean, I want to say this, but also I'm kind of into a little bit of incrementalism. Well, no, this acknowledges it. Yeah, the first step. A true working class revolution is clearly needed. Cooperative ownership of the guilds is the first step, just like the earth established with the Norvikian collectivized agriculture. The fleshy ball plank does not reply or counter your words. Am I boring you? The zombie carefully places another apple at the top of the pile. He does not have an opinion of any kind. Politics. It is not good for your soul. Should I defeat this zombie? That'd be pretty scary. I'm going to go away. Why should I defeat the fucking zombie? Dude is just chilling. Right? I shan't do it unless I absolutely need to. Behold, a spiral staircase. Ancient architecture. Exhaustion. If you succeed in a death set, well, we'll never know. Oh, look at, oh, there's a fucking guy here. Viskin's lair, is that what that said? Good morning, cleric. Engage. What's this pot? Looking inside, you find this pot to be empty. The pot was recently emptied. You can still see remnants of dust at the bottom. There is fear. You must grow sturdier. Leave the pot alone. Okay. I'm too afraid. An empty pot. Ellipses. Mushrooms. Probably edible. Can I just eat them? Swamp extract. A small fungal spore ball. That doesn't look like a spore ball at all. Looks like shroomages. These can be farmed along the undercoast. They do wonders for your gut. They're not mind-altering, probably. What's this? The red eye of Earth. Jor left his mark across the bands. Today, it is a universal sign of magic. And they share a place together there. Okay. Who are you? Viskin, local mortician. Oh shit, you got stats. Oh my gosh, this is a language. Okay. Intelligence behold. Well, I got pretty low. Okay. Not right now. I cannot be beholden. I will engage with you. Viskin, local mortician. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of a serpentine drake. Intelligence. That symbol. It's on a lot of official documents of the city. That is the Great Perch of Norvik. Great Perch? The drake-like sea creature found along the river Torna. Earth was known to tame these creatures, and eventually the Great Perch became the symbol of his great city. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. Death. This is death. I am Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. It appears you don't really belong here, but if there is anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. He smiles at you. Yet his eyes say something else, and his voice is familiar to you. Look around the room. Did you save my life? I woke up below. I have a lot of questions. Look around the room. Dimly lit and damp. A musky stench lingering in the air. You see books and flasks and stone altars around the circular chamber. There are several corpses. I woke up below. Yes, I know. As in next to a bunch of corpses. In full armor. On one of those stone slabs. Next to a wet cloak. next to a wet cloak. Apologies, I told Ost to throw that thing away. As in next to a bunch of corpses. In full armor. Luthgard's finest. On one of those stone slabs. Uh-huh. Why? He puts down his pen. 5 XP. I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. Tell me everything. I died, didn't I? I died, didn't I? Those fishermen who brought you here certainly thought so. Eyes of the working men do not deceive. Not that I blame them. You weren't exactly in prime condition. Prime condition? You're always in your prime condition. You never are. River Takey added quest. They'd caught you in their net, believe it or not. Such a strange tale. Keep asking questions. He loves the sound of your voice. Okay, charisma failure, mind you. How did I end up in a river? Who were these fishermen? Where can I find these fishermen? So I am in fact alive? I have some other questions, I think. How did I end up in a river? I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad. I would never fall. It must have been an assassination attempt. I must have slipped. Happens all the time. Perhaps there is an esoteric explanation to all of this. What was my dex? I had pretty low dex. I must have slipped. Happens all the time. All the time, he repeats. I can confirm. The pale man glances at the ledger next to him. 5 cases this year alone. Who were these fishermen? 5 XP. River guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that. Find them. They hold the truth. Where can I find these fishermen? He ponders your question. I did not ask for names, sorry to say. But perhaps Waterlane? That's just a guess. So I am in fact alive. Or either that or the local tavern. I hope you find them. So I am in fact alive? The pale man stops for a moment. He looks you up and down. Yes. I believe you are. Alive. Once dead. I have some other questions, I think. Move on. Do you now? I require assistance with some things. There's a zombie in your basement. Wisdom. DC 31. Figure out what's weird about this guy. I'm going to go now. There's a zombie in your basement. Oh, how quaint. No, an undead abomination right below. That's not an appropriate response. Sure. Why is it there? Why is it there? We're closely connected with the city below. The undead seemingly wander as they please. City below? Short for the city below the city. Right, because of the weird gravity shit that we heard a little bit about. A phrase used to describe the incredible amount of tunnels and ruins below Norvik. Lots of monsters and stuff down there. Also riches, if you delve deep enough. The city below the city. The vast ruins found underneath Norvik. Most define it as the parts of the city not yet civilized, although there is a legal definition set in place for each individual district. However, I will have to take this up with Lady Sageleaf. I pay good crowns for HWBT protection. What's that? The Halfway Bridge tribe, commonly called the Halfways, one of the 3 goblin tribes in Norvik, and arguably the most influential despite their small size, led by Lady Miska Sageleaf, with their headquarters in the Goblin Garden on Tolstad. There's a garden for goblins? A dwarven belt citadel, sitting at the southernmost tip of Tolstad. It is now a goblin sanctuary and greenhouse. A greenhouse? Wait, a greenhouse? Goblin? He's lying through his fancy teeth. Wait, no, I don't actually believe you. Oh, and this is underlined. I guess because I got it on account of my high wisdom. It kept moving apples down there. You don't seem very alarmed about this. Great to have that cleared up. I have some other questions. Move on. Wait, no, I don't actually believe you. What do you mean, cleric? You're a criminal harboring zombie workers. You need to be punished. Prepare to attack. The zombie is clearly working for you. That is illegal. You're doing something weird here. I don't like it one bit. The zombie is clearly working for you. That is illegal. Yeah, it's like unpaid labor, no? I greatly apologize for putting you in this situation. It is my neglect that led to this undead creature entering the tower. I will make sure to tighten up security in the future. No, this isn't... No, you're... Oast, we'll do a clean sweep of the basement this evening. Get ready. Oast, Chief of Security. The kobold gives a screeched yell.
Yes, master.
I will also make sure to report this to both the HWBT and the militia. I'm trying to say you need to pay for your... You're clearly doing something shady here, so I'm trying to say you need to pay. Of course, I'll be sure to ask for a thorough inspection by the PCG, the Pest Control Guild. One of the oldest guilds in Norvik. They're supposed to keep monsters at bay and clean up any unwanted critters across the city. These days, they're so bogged down in requests from citizens and the city that they usually have backlogs for months. If there is anything unbecoming about my business here, it shall be uncovered and unveiled. Thank you very much for your service, cleric. It is because of great men like you that the city still stands. I'm sure a good word from your patriarch will assure a promotion of some kind as well. Especially with the great work you're doing on the tea shop. This strength, DC 18. Make him shut up. Charisma, DC 15. Resist his incredible oratory power. Think better of it, Patriarch. A top clerical rank in Norvik, different from Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank. They manage a section of clerics each at the towers. Lord Patriarch, the commander of city forces and top cleric beneath Earth. The title is appointed by Earth. Currently, Lord Akisam holds the title, having led the city for the past 30 years. He's a withdrawn leader, over 80 years of age, and has put most power in the hands of the magistrates. Make him shut up. I have a -1. It's an 18, but I'm going to try it. Well, panic sets in, and anger. He's not listening to you. There's only one thing that will work. Perform a takedown. Full body contact. I lost 5 HP. Ellipses. What? What happened? You feel floaty, like everything went away in an instant. Slowly you come to. Whatever you did, it ended poorly. But it was such a good idea. The pale man did something to you. He's like a hag or something. What the fuck? He's a hag? You're awake, cleric. Good. I was worried there for a second. Did I win? I don't feel so good. Did I win? I'm unsure, honestly. You seemed a bit dizzy. But I'm sure you're all right now. A hero like you would never fall in a place like this. Of course, never. Groan loudly. Ugh! The pale man looks up from his documents. But, now that you're back with us, anything else you needed? It's slightly easier to do this. If I roll a 20, I always succeed though, huh? So I have like a 5% chance of doing this? I require assistance with some things. Of course, cleric. Anything for the city. I don't know where to go. So, what do you know about spellcasting? You called me cleric? Make air quotes. That's all the help I needed, thanks. I don't know where to go. Your shaky voice makes you sound positively Fortvivlad. Fortvivlad. Dwarvish word, meaning desperation, anguish, hysteria brought on from mental pain. Complete and utter despair of flesh and bone. I don't mean to tell you what to do, cleric, but there is a certain rumor that our local goblin chieftain is waiting for you. Goblin chieftain? What rumor? What's the rumor? Just common murmuring. Lady Miska Sageleaf is her name. She is down in the Goblin Garden. Of course you've heard of her. Lady Sageleaf is quite famous. The name is spoken in both reverence and fear. Dragon of Tolstad added. They call her the Dragon of Tolstad. I'm not afraid of some goblin woman. She sounds scary. The goblins live in a garden? The goblins live in a garden? Well, not quite. I mean, I had to pick that. I said that. I pretty much said that earlier. Well, not quite. You'll see when you get there. Oh, I see. I see. They're probably like a really shitty place, and they've been like segregated. You know, Skyrim, the Grey Quarter, right? And when you do, make sure to pay your respects. Lady Sageleaf is a powerful ally. I would even go so far as to call her de facto lawkeeper here on this island fortress. Just on the fortress? A sliver of genuine tone slips out. He has great respect for this dragon. You may find her at the southern tip of Tolstad, the pale man says and keeps scribbling on his papers in front of you. So, what do you know about spellcasting? Quite a bit. He seems wary on the subject. Can you teach me magic? Can you explain the very basics of spellcasting? How do I get more spells? That's all I have to ask about spellcasting. Can you teach me magic? A slight smirk creeps onto his face. I sadly don't have time for a proper lecture at the moment. After the election, I could make more time, if you're interested. Beware, his tutelage holds great evil. What? Until then, you are free to browse my collection, he says, glancing at the many books along the western wall. And of course, here, Charm Person. A copy of Charm Person? It will surely be useful to you. Lovely. Now you can make people like you. Can you explain the very basics of spellcasting? Oh, I mean, of course. He wonders if your head is still filled with water. As a wizard, you memorize your spells before casting them. As an arcane cleric, you must memorize your spells during prayer at a shrine. There is one downstairs by the apples. Am I an arcane cleric? Where can I find more shrines? There's the Temple of Earth, of course. It's just up the stairs past the pillar. There's also one on Waterlane View, I believe, past the trade post. You'll find more hidden around every corner, I can promise you that. How do I get more spells? 2 ways. You could spend time learning them, drafting pages out of the Palace archives. The Palace? An unofficial nickname for the current rulers of Norvik, named after the Palace district in which most central authority resides. Or the Great Library in the towers, since you obviously would have some access to that. However, I don't believe you have time for either of those options, so I would suggest the other route. What's that? Spell scrolls. Oh yeah, I saw one downstairs. Right. Scrolls with spells on them. Oh yeah, I saw one downstairs. Yes, a piece out of my collection. Oh. You're very much allowed to indulge, cleric. I'm glad to assist the city in any way. He put them out for you on purpose. Why? Now, Tolstad is filled with all kinds of strange caches, so you'll probably encounter more by just looking around. If you get your hands on a scroll, then just memorize it. Cantrips or spells, doesn't matter. I'm sure you're talented enough to memorize them on the spot. I am. Strike a heroic pose. Sure, thanks. We'll see about that. I am. He nods to you and goes back to his writing. Well, that's all I have to ask about spellcasting. Very well. If you want to practice, feel free to cast anything non-lethal at my servant Oatst. Wow, that's evil. Maybe I will. I don't want to do that. In fact, that sounds quite awful. Can I try casting on you instead? Yeah, you know, give him a taste of his own fucking medicine. Yeah, how do you like it? He stares at you. Waste of a spell slot, I'm afraid. You believe him. He does not wish to elaborate further. Danger. You called me a cleric. Make air quotes. I did, yes. What gave it away? I am the cleric. I'm not a cleric, no way. Why do I have to be anything? I am the cleric. Good for you? The path of being a cleric is becoming even more familiar. Gain 15 XP. 5/3 for choosing this class 3 times. Though I'd love to ask, what type of cleric are you? Type? Yes, if you are a clergyman, you might run a congregation for a local religion or deity. Then there are clerics of the bureaucratic variety, city officials speaking for the religious state. You, however, must be an arcane cleric. No, I'm a basic clergyman. I'm a boring bureaucrat, yeah. No, I'm the chosen one. You are correct. I am an arcane cleric. Okay, yeah, I'm an arcane cleric. I can do magic, sort of. I figured as much when I saw your spell book. Or do you call it a prayer book? Either way, you clearly play your strings as much as you channel this divinity. That's all I need. That's all the help I needed, thanks. Great. Anything else you want to ask? He's resistant to your spells? Question mark? There's a zombie downstairs. Still impossible for me to do that. I'm going to go now. Before you do, make sure to collect all your belongings. What belongings? Did I have any weapons on me? Got it. I don't need your help. Yeah, I'm off to quest a bit. What belongings? Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also a voting card? A peculiar voting card. Every party had been marked on it. I'm assuming it's yours. Yeah, sorry, I'm indecisive. I'm not sure if it's mine. Maybe, possibly. The pale man ignores your comment. I asked Ost to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to dry. Over there, he says and points across the chamber. He then looks at the pocket watch on his desk. That is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. Oh, I didn't already have that? Esoteric pocket. An area overtaken by esoteric magic. Exceedingly rare along the coast. The further inland you get, the more common they are, with the infinite wastes being theorized to be filled with nothing but 5 XP. Beyond that, you should be good. Did I have any weapons? None, I'm afraid. They must be at the bottom of the river Torna. Good. You do not need arms in this city. You need heart. Okay, got it. The pale man turns his face towards you and smiles. Unnatural. 5 XP. If only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. His words burn a hole in your heart. When exploring the city, you may move faster by running. To do so, either double-click or hold Shift/the left trigger. I don't have a left trigger. Okay. Very disco. What's up with the chief of security? You may no cause trouble. Behold. Dexterity, behold. Okay. Kobold. This one is quite hostile. Stay on your feet. How come this one was a dex check? Because he's chief of security? Engage. Ost, chief of security. Wiggling his little clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with cold, unflinching yellow eyes. Master say you behave. You don't tell me what to do. You're adorable. I have some questions for you. Thank you for your time. I guess you're adorable. The kobold glares at you. Complete and utter annihilation. The aura of a conqueror. A killer. Your soul shudders. Glare back. Avert your pathetic human gaze. I will glare back. Your eyes meet each other still, ever vigilant. Keep glaring. The kobold does not move. Glare some more. Yep, you're staring at each other. Glare. Eyes meet eyes. Glare, glare! You are looking at a kobold's yellow eyes. Stare in a angry or fierce way. Looking hard. Lean in close to the kobold's stern face. I should avert my pathetic human gaze. Stop looking. No, I'm going to keep looking. The intimidation factor is insane. 5 XP. The kobold meets your gaze. Keeps meeting it. I don't think I'm getting anything more out of this. Keep staring. You keep looking at the kobold. Okay, I don't think I'm getting anything more out of this. Fair. The kobold looks at you with a cold expression. Determined. Confident. He is not glaring at you. That is just his default expression. A default expression of death. Okay, well, I have some questions for you.
Short question, go.
Who are you?
I am Ost. I am security chief in Lich House.
So is this guy a lich? The other guy? The mortician? He ain't a lich. He'd look way more freaky, huh? The kobold appears proud. There is no humility in its voice. A strong little one, nearly immovable. You are a kobold.
Not question. Next.
Dexterity, DC 12. Try to save the question. Think of a less explosive question. Try to save the question. Plus 2 DC, you stared at him. Failure. You bite your tongue. Ow. The taste of blood fills your mouth. The pain changes your brain chemistry for a moment, leaving your mind in shambles. Oh no. Hurry, save the situation. Say something, anything. Oh god, it happened again. Ouch! Oh god, it happened again. The kobold stares at you. Mm-hmm. Nod slowly. Savor the taste. I'm gonna savor it. Blood starts to drip down your chin. Spit out blood through the gap in your helmet like Try to tell him that you've injured yourself. I think I just bit my tongue kind of bad. I'm gonna try to tell him I've injured myself. As you open your mouth, a stream of fresh blood comes pouring down the bottom of your helmet.
Cleric is... What is?
The kobold mutters. He is baffled. Your actions have truly made a mark upon his dark soul. I will smile. The kobold stares at you. You wipe the remaining blood off. There's more where that came from, to a certain degree. How'd you get this gig?
Not gig.
What is it then? It's not a gig? Not a gig. What is it?
I'm a devoted servant for Master.
You're angering the kobold. So you're a slave? Got it. So you're a slave?
Not slave.
And your master is?
Master Viskin.
And he owns you?
Not own, serve.
So you're being paid. Okay, not a slave, just servant. Being paid. Sounds legal. So you're being paid.
Yes, paid well.
The pressure of keeping what meager food and shelter you can scrape together with your salary is no different from serfdom. Mourn this pitiful creature. Mourn. He gives you an expression that could be described as a frown. That is, if it looked in any way different from his regular expression. You wouldn't actually shoot me, would you?
No promise.
It's hard to take you seriously when you're so cute. Do you have a license for that crossbow? Do you have a license?
My crossbow, not yours.
It's not legal for you to steal a crossbow, for some reason, I think. The crossbow is yours, I apologize. I can't legally take your crossbow. It's yours, I apologize.
Better do. Mine.
Can I borrow it?
Human is kidding? Not funny.
For whatever reason, he must have been ordered not to hurt you. Don't push it. The kobold snorts.
Go away.
Don't let this slide. Just take the crossbow. That wasn't a question. It was a demand. It wasn't a question. Please? Try to convince the kobold. Just take the crossbow. Don't take the crossbow. Please?
No.
Try to convince the kobold. The kobold stares at you. Charisma. DC 11. Find a reasonable argument, probably with a lie. -4. You've baffled him with your madness. Okay. You know I would put that crossbow to better use. I should have it. And that's the truth. Come on. Let me have it. Fine, keep the damn crossbow. Find a reasonable argument. Holy shit, I got a 1. Natural 1. This is different. The kobold already hates your guts. Don't make it worse. Give me the fucking crossbow. If you don't hand it over, I'll tell Viskin you called him stupid. It's the law. You must always hand your weapons to city officials when asked. If you don't hand it over, I'll tell Viskin you called him stupid.
Master don't believe you.
You can see a hint of fear in his eyes as he glances back and forth between you and his master.
Go away.
Great restraint. Impressive. His reptilian expression reveals little, but his tone says, I'd kill you if I could. Oh, that was a failure. Better find some other way of getting the crossbow. Where were you when the tea shop incident occurred?
Incident? Tea shop blow up. Boom.
Big boom? Did you boom it? Sure, now answer the question. Did you boom it? The kobold makes a cackling noise. That's the noise.
I wish. Tea shop explosion would be fun to set up. When it happened, I was on water lane, on mission.
On a mission? What were you doing on water lane? I feel like I need to ask you something else. A mission?
Not mission. I meant to say errand.
What were you doing on water lane?
Milk.
Doing milk.
Deliver.
You deliver milk?
Yes. Side hustle.
Ask questions about the milk. Don't ask questions about the milk. Oh, I gotta know about the milk. The kobold stares at you. Do kobolds produce milk?
No.
Who buys the milk?
Humans. Water lane humans. They pay many for fresh milk before dawn.
The expressionless, cold-blooded kobold is hard to read, but his body language does not exactly scream honesty.
It pays.
Where does the milk come from? This guy has 2 jobs. Where does the milk come from?
Cows.
And where do you get the cow milk? Just cows? Where do you get the cow milk?
Market.
Do you like milk?
No.
You've acclimatized your gut to the unnatural consumption of another species' milk, like an enormous babe clinging to its mother's teat. You're missing out. I can lie and say, I also don't like milk. I'll say it. Success. You smirk, a confident laugh escaping your lips. And you then turn towards the ceiling, smiling. I also don't like milk. Your comment has made a dent upon the world. The kobold stares at you, with awe in his yellow, expressionless eyes. No one cares. Can I have some milk?
No.
Valiant effort. I don't have anything else to ask about milk.
Okay.
Milk curious. What the fuck? Gained XP 5. Intelligence, thank you. You probably shouldn't look too deeply into this. There's probably no money to be made in milk, right? Okay, thank you for your time, kobold. What's this quest about milk? Milk curious. Crown collection, coin capture, cash, sidnapping. There's so many ways to describe it. Get rich or die trying. The only way to do it is obviously to get this milk delivery gig. Try checking around water lane in the morning. Damn, we could also get in on milk. How about this? An unlocked chest full of strange rocks. A shard of jor. A bright rock. It fits your hand nicely. These can be found all over Norvik, and some speculate they are all shards of Jor's pillar, To untrained hands, they have no inherent value, but you might use these to alter fate itself. Spend in dialogue to unlock dice checks.
Really?
Okay. Oh, the watch. The pocket watch. Yours? +1 int. Advantage in esoteric events. Okay. This silver-lined timepiece never shows the correct time of day. It is always at least 10 hours out of alignment, no matter how anyone tries to correct it. At a touch, you feel the faint magic pulsating within. The wielder gains a greater perception of esoteric happenings and occurrences within 200 feet. Okay, I'll equip it. Oh, there's another body. Your fate one day. I'll trifle with the dead body. Got money and incense. The stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron beams. Interesting. Wait, is that? What is that? Ruined prayer book, -3 int. The book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched. Only a few pages of the soggy Brocken-ish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. Intelligence DC8 success. Ascani writing. Of the most basic kind. Wait. Oh no. Someone has attempted to dry this to the best of their ability. 5 XP. No. 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 By Earth. Phoenix Folio. Updated. This is your prayer book. So many hours. Wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined. That'll cost a fortune. Take the ruined prayer book. The tool of an arcane cleric, an instrument of the state, used to handle rogue spellcasters. The cover indicates it is a spellbook with hymns dedicated to the river, Torna, Earth's passing, and the Reconquest. This one is yours. You've spent years perfecting it. Most pages are smudged. It feels terrible to even think about the knowledge lost. Need to get a rebound. An open manual for esoteric geometry. You know this already. I'll engage. Oh, I got incense from it. A thick tome lies upon the iron slab. I'll engage with that. You flip the tome open. There's some fine and handwritten letters scattered across the pages. While the symbols appear to be readable, you do not understand the language. De verbis draconum, ars occulta. The author's name appears to be Calum Diminori. Can I try to read it? Right, I need to get my hands on comprehend languages. Leave the tome alone. Can I try to read it? No. You have no idea what this means. Right, I need to get my hands on comprehend languages. Right. That is a spell you use to keep prepared all the time. Find a spell scroll. Maybe you could buy it somewhere. It's fairly common. Leave the tome alone. What about this? A tray of old incense. Some is still usable. I'll trifle. Take some. Some books. No, too much reading. Esoteric books. So many books. Basic manuals, arcanist histories, novels. Some of them stand out to you as classics. It could be useful to refresh your mind. The books taunt you bookishly. Okay, you know what? I'll leave them for now. Right? That seems like a lot. Voices upstairs and the smell of salt. The smell of salt. Okay. Well, what is up here? Oh, shit. Ooh. Right. Dwarves are building a bunch of shit here. Okay, well, you know what? I think we ought to call it here for now. We've went for quite a time. This has been Esoteric Ebb? Or Ebb Esoteric? I don't even fucking remember exactly. The Esoteric Ebb? I will save. There we go. Sure. Like I said, it's going to fully release on March the 3rd, if this interests you, which it does actually very much interest me. The dialogue it feels very disco, with a little bit of a few nods as well to Planescape Torment with regards to the Lich House and stuff. You can see some of that there too, tracing the lineage back even further. Very neat, very interesting. One that is definitely, I'm gonna have to take a peek at it, right? Anyway, that'll do it for this Let's Try video. When next we return, we'll be back with our regularly scheduled programming. Until next time, please take care of each other.